So this was the Rainbow Six experience in 2008. I died so many times coming back to this game, and I don't even remember it being this hard.
I need help.
Mind you, being a 2008 game, I was super young. I probably didn't play it on release day, but still, I'm still absolutely shit at this game. And in fact, I'm just as shit at Rainbow Six Siege. So maybe these type of games just aren't my thing. Before we jump into this game, let's go back to 2008. Gaming was in a really interesting spot. Got games like COD 4 that started to crush it and change the gaming landscape. Halo 3, still going strong, still one of the strongest shooters, dominating the online space. You know, the Xbox 360, the PS3, the King consoles were out. Personally, my favorite generation of consoles. And then somewhere in that mix, you've got Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Now, it's not your typical run and gun shooter. This one's slower, more methodical. It's not trying to outdo Call of Duty with crazy kill streaks and gunplay, or outdo Halo with the jumpy laser battles and colors. Vegas 2 is about tactical thinking, using your squad, peeking corners, breaching rooms, and yeah, if you're bad, getting your ass kicked if you weren't careful. But that slower pace was part of the charm. But in 2008, was that slower pace a good thing? Now, obviously this is Rainbow Six Vegas 2, and the first one dropped in 2006. And it was kind of a game changer for the shooter genre. It was kind of a hit, selling over 1 million copies in its first month and introducing players to the iconic cover-based shooting system, which felt fresh and tactical. Now, Vegas 2 came out 2 years later, and while it built on the solid foundation of the first game, it wasn't quite as revolutionary. It refined the mechanics, yeah, added new weapons, yeah, improved the multiplayer, but it didn't bring a whole lot of innovation, as we see from Rainbow Six Vegas 2 all the way to Siege. Now, it didn't necessarily have the same impact sales-wise or culturally, but it still did well and served as a nice send-off to the series. Here's the thing. In 2008, COD 4 was rewriting the playbook for multiplayer and sort of campaign. The campaign was pretty good. People were now hooked on fast respawns, loadout customizations, and feeling the constant action. Although Rainbow Six wasn't trying to be that, it struggled to compete with that. You know, it was almost a glimpse at how our minds would be shaped into fast-paced action. You know, we need more and more dopamine hit. But it definitely appealed to some people, and I remember playing this as a kid and thinking, damn, this is pretty cool. It's not Halo 3 multiplayer, but it's pretty cool. Now, the story itself in Rainbow Six Vegas 2 picks up shortly after the events of the first Vegas. You play as Bishop, a highly experienced Rainbow operative. Now, Rainbow's like Charlie in Charlie's Angels, leading a team against terrorists who are plotting attacks in Las Vegas. Very similar to the first one. The game flashes between present-day missions and flashbacks, giving some background to Bishop's rise through the ranks and their history with other characters. Now, the storyline focuses on the typical tactical scenarios, hostage rescues, bomb threats, and large-scale attacks, but it tries to add some sort of depth with a personal vendetta against Nowak, who was an ex-Rainbow operative who turned traitor. In terms of reception, the story wasn't the biggest selling point for most players. It was decent enough for a tactical shooter, but nothing groundbreaking. The fans were much more invested in the gameplay and the multiplayer than they were the plot. That said, for those who enjoyed the original Vegas, the continuation of the setting and characters was nice, even if the narrative felt a bit predictable and didn't stray too far from the typical military thriller tropes. It did its job, but it's not what people remember most fondly about this game. If you play Siege these days, think about the single player as just a constant siege game, pushing the enemy back. The gunplay was solid. Back in the day, it wasn't that good compared to its competitors, but playing it now, it was tight. I just wanted to play more. As you can see now, I've only got gameplay of the first mission, but it was fun. Like, I wanted to keep playing. One of the main things that did work for this game was Terrorist Hunt. If you played Vegas 2, you know about this mode, and you know that's where the game really shined. You and up to 3 other players were going through maps, methodically cleaning out rooms full of enemies. It wasn't just about running in and shooting. You had to think, you had to plan, and you had to be tactical. This mode felt like the perfect balance between action and strategy. Watching the gameplay now and playing the game, there's nothing quite like peeking a corner and getting that perfect headshot, wiping out a whole squad of enemies. And you know, back in the early days, co-op wasn't too big of a thing, and it was great that we had a mode like that. Like, it wasn't multiplayer, it wasn't single player, it was co-op. Although, sadly enough, there was no servers going on 360 at least, I do have fond memories of this mode. And to be honest, the Versus mode. The Versus mode was pretty good, but didn't hold up to these ones. Now, comparing the Versus mode to, you know, Rainbow Six Siege, they're very, very different, you know? Siege took what Vegas 2 tried to do with the tactical combat and just cranked it up. Heaps. It's more complex, the gunplay is heaps tighter, and the destruction mechanics add a whole new level to the game. Like, I don't even think there was anything like that back in 2008. Like Vegas 2, it was more about breaching rooms and just planning that tactical room. Siege is more about manipulating the entire map, trying to outsmart your opponents at every turn. Every match of Siege feels like a chess game. But the funny thing is, you can still see Vegas 2 influence there. It's like Ubisoft took the slow, tactical core of Vegas 2 and just gave it the polish, shine, and depth it really needed in today's multiplayer landscape. But for me personally, I can find Siege a little bit too intense, a little bit too competitive, a little bit too high stakes. That's why I like to come back to Vegas 2, you know? I can slow down. It's a snapshot of simpler times. Chilling with friends, even though the servers are down, it reminds me of chilling with friends. Make more slower, tactical plays without the stress of the ranking system and just sweaty enemies coming up to kill me. One thing I will say though is, this game is fucking hard. You'll see in the clips coming up that I died on this one mission in particular multiple times. I thought changing my clothing might help, you know, now I'm more swaggy beanie dude with the balaclava. Yep, getting a couple kills, cool. Man, this game was so fun, just look at the gameplay. And I died again, and I kept wondering what kept killing me with this one shot. It was actually getting on my nerves. It even brought down my teammates at one point. The enemy just got a quad feed on us. The enemy just got a quad feed on my AI team. And he just kept going and going. I was like, maybe it's that dude in the window. Nope. And then I found him. It was a sniper on the roof that whole time. When I seen that guy, I just did a sigh of relief. Like, I now figured out what was killing me non-stop. But anyway, I kept dying because this game is fucking hard. But eventually we got through it. And you know what? I still wanted to play. This was still fun. At the end of the day, Rainbow Six Vegas 2 was never going to be the next Call of Duty or Halo, but that's not what it was trying to do. It was built for people who wanted a slower, more tactical experience, and for a lot of us, that's what we loved about it. And that's what kept me coming back, and I think that's what the developers saw in Siege, like, yeah, we've got something here. Let's build on it in today's modern landscape. Sure, its multiplayer didn't last long, and the servers aren't really populated at all. I'm not sure about PC. If you play on PC, let me know, jump on Terrorist Hunt, tell me if you find anyone. But the memories of this game and like, just the tactical feeling of it, nothing really came close. It was almost like Splinter Cell, but just, you know, more action, less slow. So I encourage you, if you ever want to take a break from the intensity of modern games and modern multiplayer, firing up Vegas 2 or even buying it. I think it's $4 at my local CEX store right now, and that's why I rebought it. Like, that's a bargain. Go play it, go buy it, give it a shot. $4, that's the price of a Big Mac. Like, go play it. It's fun. It's aged for sure, but at the same time, it still encapsulates like a good, fun time, a simple time. Nothing's too overcomplicated. And yeah, that was Rainbow Six in 2008. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed the game. I want to play it. This is just the first mission of the game. I might even do another mission of the game, maybe like a live playthrough, like a cutcom. But anyway, drop a like. Let me know in the comments your memories of this game. And that's it, guys. Peace.